Bucks, it's Roslynn back at you. Everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hoping for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And you are my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family. Thank you so much for the love and support. It's so good that we all can relate to all the different changes that are taking place in our lives, because you're receiving so much wisdom, as well as your strength and your magic and power that is really ascending you towards bigger and better in your life, that is truly deserving of you. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste. Love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. And if you're comfortable enough, drop a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacted your life, and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the videos are informative, uplifting, give you good vibes, inspiration that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath that are going through trying times right now and just needing spiritual guidance, or just needing confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give your girl a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. Thank you once again for the love and support. It's so appreciated. And I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And the YouTube channel for meditation, I am using Good Vibes Binaural Beats. I love their channel. They got some really awesome meditations, and the music I'm listening to in the background, which is giving me so much like intense chills. It's called Kundalini Activation with 528 Hertz, Ancient Healing Frequency, Positive Transformation Binaural Beats. And I will post their link in the description box below. In the video I am doing, this is the last one I'm doing for tonight, y'all. It's called Twin Flame 101, Heyokas, Facing All Obstacles, but because you see it's an opportunity to take you to the next level. It is so true. It's like you should be eating, breathing, subscribed all to issues and trials and tribulations. With Heyokas, we they keep coming with the come through. But when it comes to the struggle, we are so adapted to that. We are like, you know what? My motivation was my struggle. You know what I'm saying? There may be a situation that you need to take care of, whether it's like severing cords from, old things, old situations, or even just people that are no longer needed in your life, where it takes you to have to heal. It's taking you to have to forgive. It's taking you to have to snatch power back. All of us are in some type of situation where you're either having to allow yourself to take your power back, because either a certain person or a situation, you don't put everything in there that wasn't even allowed to be taken from you. You own all that. But it's just like a lot of times we have to go through things for you to recognize, you know nothing can't happen if you allow it. When I look at all the different things that's taking place in my life, and it really, really allows me to be able to be appreciative of all those struggles I went through, all the things that has taken place, because it's like so many things that's happened in my life where by the grace of God I'm still here. There's so many things and so many, people that try to take me down that road where I don't even know. I mean, I'm just a walking blessing to myself, because of all the things that's happened. And a lot of times, there's so many people that probably went through some kind of abuse or whatever in your life. And it's just like when people try to tear you down, they always say hurt people, hurt people. But I feel like, yes, you may be hurting, but you always have a choice on how you want to deal with people. Anything that's taking place in your life. And it's just like I was saying in the last video, you go through so many different things. There's a lot of us that's healing from things that may have happened during early adolescence, or you could be going through things now, or or these things could have just followed you all the way of growing up, because there's a lot of times when we've been exposed to certain ailments, of situations in our lives, those tend to carry throughout our adulthood. That's why we're breaking cords. And it's like every situation I've been in, whether I put myself in it or I allowed myself to get in a situation because I felt like this is the only thing I was going to do. This is where my growth came in at. This is where my strength came in at. This is where all wisdom came at. I used to be at that point where I used to get mad and just shut everything down and just go lay down or go have a boo hoo party for myself, a pity party, play victim, all these different things. Now, I said the best thing I can do to piss the devil off is keep doing so much more. That lets me know. I'm like, thank you. If this don't allow me to stay focused on where I'm trying to be and not trying to run from, because I'm not trying to run from nothing. I'm just gonna look the devil right dead in his face and tell you thank you, because you are my motivation to keep having my determination to reach my elevation. And that's why you have to see things. There's a lot of things that's taking place in our lives that causes a lot of obstacles that we didn't see, that we may have either slowed us down or we allowed it to block us, or some kind of things that kept us at a low frequency when we had that choice, because sometimes it only takes that little bit of thought, and it carries that vibration that is like negative, negative vibe, negative memory. You going through repetitive things that you putting false illusions in your head to where that mess can just travel. And those are the things that's the main reason why you're going through that now, because it's just the fact is you're allowing either a person or a situation take control of your emotions, taking control of where your thinking is, where your focus is. And a lot of times you have to tell yourself, if you want better in your life, and you're in a situation, or you may be in a relationship that you may not even want to be in anymore, but just since this is that karmic cycle that you have to deal with and grow from and learn from, let that be your main determination. Learn everything that you have to learn. Allow yourself to forgive the unforgivable, allowing yourself to break free from them chains of pains, and allowing yourself to know you on that freeway to freedom. You ain't in that parking lot of the past. You have to allow yourself to keep on trucking. Like Beyonce say, best revenge you can do is keep chasing your paper. And I'm not saying chasing your paper, but you keep chasing on that growth. You're allowing yourself to see your situation. You say, never again. I be dad. You were put in this situation. Allow yourself to soar from it, because your current situation is not your final destination. I see everything that I go through, and I used to allow things to stop me. And it's like right before I did this video, it reminded me of a little talk me and my mom had, God rest her soul. She used to tell me, as well as her ex-husband, he used to tell me, they said, if people see what kind of buttons they can push with you, and they see that's the way they're going to get you, they're going to keep doing it. But if you allow yourself to be unbothered, they're just going to find some new techniques on how to get you mad. And it's just like with my mom, it's like when you stay focused on the things that are relevant in your life, or the people that are irrelevant in your life, then you're going to miss out on your blessings, and you're doing exactly what they were hoping you to do. And it's just like anybody or anything that is, during my journey, since I've been on this journey, even since I'm doing, it seemed like it got worse after I did YouTube. I've had a lot of people that I had to exit out my life, because it just seems like, there's people I thought I would never separate from, but it's like a lot of people couldn't handle my real. A lot of people couldn't handle my truth. So ego spoke for them, and I had to allow that. Either they left on their own, or I allowed myself to walk away. But I never wish anything bad on anybody. It took me a long time to not be mad about the things that, is taking place in my life, or not be mad because of, certain situations. Somebody, used some trickery to get me in. And it's like everything is a blessing to me, not even being mad. A lot of times I just have to laugh, and I'm just like, okay, they tried. But you know what? I appreciate that, because that keep me main focused. Like that was my focus. When if you in a struggle, And a lot of times that you don't realize that struggle is that lowest struggle is your biggest blessing, because you knew what it felt like to probably be homeless. You knew what it felt like to constantly stay broke. You know what it felt like to be in a relationship or some kind of situation you were ready to haul ass from. But those are the things that's going to keep you determined. Don't allow yourself to shut down because somebody is trying to distract you or shut you down, or somebody's trying to block you from something. I used to always say that, and it's just like, I'm not going to allow you to block me from anything. Only way you can block me is if I give you that permission to block me, and I'm not giving you that permission. But but I forgot these daggone commercials, these ads are really working my nerves through these daggone meditations. Um, you going through that becomes your biggest blessing, because that's going to be your main remedy on how you're going to get up out of your situation. Because if you're not getting allowing yourself to get mad, but you're allowing yourself to say, you know what, I ain't even running from this, but I'm gonna use this to be that determination. I'll be dag, I'm not gonna be looking at this situation every daggone day, but I'm allow myself to stay focused on where I want to be. You don't want to run from anything, because when you're running from something, you're ignoring something that you need to allow yourself to acknowledge. And then, allowing yourself to stop turning that blind eye, because this is the reason why you're still in that situation. So that's why it's like when I see my stuff, I don't have time to be mad. Because I'll see myself and I'll be a little bit like, you know what, I'll be like, before I end up snapping, let me go ahead and keep doing me, allowing my growth to take place, because I'm not gonna give nobody that pleasure or permission to see me struggle. I'm not gonna allow somebody to have that pleasure to see me suffering or seeing me stress. There was too many people that enjoyed to see the scenery of me going through the things that I've gone through, even though I'm just like, I didn't think animals like that. Let me allow myself to be short. I don't want to call nobody an animal. Lord forgive me. Going through different things like that, and you're allowing yourself to be set as an example. You can allow yourself to be a victim, but where you feel like, all these things can take place in your life, and woe is me, woe is me. It's like, okay, yes, this did happen in my life. So what you gonna do about it? Are you allowing yourself to soak in those worries and just allow yourself to be focused on what you don't have, what you're not lacking, what you're lacking, what somebody else has, but what you don't have? You know, I could have been here if somebody didn't do that. I used to do those things. Now it's like, thank you. I appreciate everything you have done for me, because this allowing me to work so much harder. Because number one, it's like certain things are put in your way to break you away from the old, but also there are certain things that the devil will bring you to, because he don't want to see you get those blessings that is owed to you, that is deserving of you. You see your obstacles as the next opportunity to get to that next level, because whatever you are struggling with today is going to be that main thing that's going to throw you all the way out the ballpark, and you're going to appreciate that struggle every day. There's so many people I know that are healing from broken marriages, or bringing, healing from toxic relationships. It's like, or you got family full of narcissists, different things that you're going through right now that you are really seeking peace for. And you have to take that throne and reclaim it as your own, regardless on what is being done to you. Because what is being done, it can't affect you unless you don't allow it. You don't allow yourself to shut down. If you take a pause, it's because you need a breather, not because somebody done pissed you off, or somebody, because you giving them exactly what they want, or you're giving that situation exactly what it wants. And that's the reason why you're in that situation, to allow yourself to keep pushing. Just because of what you're going through today doesn't mean it's going to be like this every day, you know, because there's better days that's coming for you because you didn't give up. There's better days that's coming for you because you kept pushing even when you didn't have the strength, or, even the energy to keep going. Like right now, I've been up since 12:45 this morning. It is like almost 11 o'clock tonight, and I'm still pushing, and I love what I do, because this is like a positive outlet for me. There's so many different things that's taking place in my life, and even the lowest of the low of the things that has taken place with people that I trusted, I appreciate them because that's that blessing in disguise. That is that blessing in disguise. Because that allows me to keep going harder for mine, keep allowing myself to achieve the things I never thought I needed to achieve, allowing myself to take that next step when I was sitting up here, working on, just concentrating on that whole staircase when all I had to do was worry about that next step. We really don't understand. Even the littlest steps you make can make a big impact all the way down the way. Just allowing yourself each day to do something different than what you used to do. You know what your situations are. You know what you want to change. You know where you're trying to be at. You know what you're trying to manifest. No matter how dark that situation gets or how foggy it gets, you keep on walking. Because if the universe is telling you just keep coming this way, well, I can't see, we're guiding you this way. You can trust them. Now, man, they'll disappoint the heck out of you every day. You can't put your faith in man, but you can put your faith in universe. You can put your faith in God. You're not going through these things by yourself, even though at times it feels like you are, but you're not. We're never alone. We're never by ourselves. Things are taking place in our lives that has really shook us to the core, but they try to get you to understand, even though this thing is hard for you to bear, I done made you 10 times harder. Because a lot of times I see these posts, God's going to use your story for his glory, and that's true, because you're going to be that type of person that when you speak out and you tell your story of experience on everything that you have gone through, people going to look at you crazy. And you're going to be looking like, everything's straight on you. You know what I'm saying? Because there's maybe some things that you haven't opened that Pandora's box to, about the things that you have really gone through. And it's going to be that person that where you look like you're all in your head. Because a lot of times you tell somebody about what's going on, they look at us sideways like we need to go get some psychiatric help. you know but when you have allowed yourself to open up and tell somebody, these are the struggles I went through, these are the things I went through. I see a motivational speaker, and he really inspired me. He really inspired me because he showed a mug shot of him when he was strung out almost every hardcore drug he could be at, and now that man's going to all these different places, been sober for like 3 or 4 years, being that positive role model by telling them their experience of his life. And a lot of times we try to understand, how did we get this far down? How did we get this low? How did we allow things to get this bad? But a lot of times those tragedies have to take place in your life for you to receive the blessings that you need to have. And a lot of times, this can help people change their life around. And some people, they just don't learn, and it's going to either take them out to the point where they're either in jail, or they're going to have some kind of disease, or they're going to be dead somewhere. But a lot of people are okay with just being, they're okay with just doing what they're doing, but that's not what you're here for. That's not you assigned, you were chosen, for you to be able to go through that intense transformation and go, y'all, allow yourself to see the worst tragedy is your biggest blessing. All these things you're going through is giving you the opportunity to grow. All these things that you are, that you're allowing yourself to really dive deep and purge out, that is going to ascend you, make you so much stronger, being able to see the power that you've always had, because it's always there. But a lot of times we put that power of energy on, focus on something that ain't even worth focusing on. But it's just like, whatever you're dealing with that, maybe you feel like it's hindering you, because maybe it's still like, why can't I just can I just move to the next level? But it's like, look at everything as that focal point on where it's not like you're running from it, but you have better places you can be, you know and there's different situations. If you're in a toxic marriage, this is that situation, whatever you were lacking, whether it was self-confidence, self-love, uh not having respect for yourself, not recognizing your worth. Those situations you have been placed in allowed you to love yourself more, allow you to raise your standards and not just settle for anything. You not just go for anything. Allow yourself to, when you have gone through these things, it's not meant for you to put a wall up, because a lot of times I've done that, as well as a whole lot of people that I've connected with. After they got out of something really toxic, they put walls up because they didn't want to trust people. I had trust issues, really bad, because it's like when my truth came out about my life and who I was related to, it was like either people were trying to block me, or they were trying to see, what they can get out of me or use me to death. And at that point, I was very selective about the things that I did, the things that I talked about, but I kept moving forward. But I appreciate all those different things that took place, in my life, because it gave me some kind of growth I didn't even know I needed in my life. But going through these different things, it was like situations where I see, even though I don't wish nothing bad on the people that did these things to me. They got pissed because the fact is, you done pulled every kind of trick in the book to try to break me, but this only strengthened me, you know. And a lot of people don't realize the ones that come at you harder, those are not the strong ones. A lot of times we see the evil villain as the strongest one, but actually it's the weakest link. And I'm not saying that in a in a condescending or mean way, but it's just the fact is, a lot of y'all that connect with me, when you have gone through different things like this, when people need to jeopardize somebody within the mind, the heart, whatever, that's where they feel their power from. It is not just for you recognizing your worth and stuff like that. I don't understand it, because a lot of people just, get rocks off of seeing people distraught. And that's what I had to deal with in my life. But for me to be able to look them in their eyes, it's like, I appreciate what you did to me. It allowed me to open up my life. It allowed me to know myself. It took me a long time to say that. And now, I'm appreciative of those things that took place, because it allowed me to define myself on so many different layers. It allowed me to know myself and love myself on so many different things. The things that I know I don't like in my life and I'm ready to cut away is allowing me to work harder, so I ain't got to look at it too much longer. And I appreciate all those different things that's taking place. I appreciate the things that was constantly thrown at me, that where I felt like, why you keep on trying to, control my life, because I'm not controlling nobody else's. I'm only trying to control me, but I appreciate all those different things that came in my life. And that's what they want you to do with yours. All your obstacles is preparing you for something better. If you're in a situation where you don't have patience, they're going to put you in a situation where you have no choice but to wait. I'm a Taurus, and I got Leo and all these other different things up in my chart. And it ain't beside nothing on patience. I had to learn how to have patience. Just on certain situations taking place in my life, I didn't feel like God cared about me. Because I felt like when you allow people to wreak havoc on a child like this, there ain't got to be a God. And it took me a long time to feel like, that was my battle. Those are the things that I went through. It's not the fact that God didn't care about me, but a lot of times they will put you in situations to strengthen you in ways, because you're that one that anybody else. And that's why I tell everybody, especially if you're a Heyoka, if you're going through a lot of things, and a lot of times we feel like we can't make it to that next chapter, we're tired, we're strained, we're stressed, you're just tired of people getting over, we're tired of people that's doing unjust things, and they just walking around here fancy free, like they ain't owning up to the things that they done placed on somebody or did or whatever. Those are those things, because when you nobody, if there's a normal person trying to deal with the situations you've been placed in, they wouldn't be able to walk 2 steps. You have to understand that. And I say that in my descriptions as well as my videos. If you have been through hell and high water, and you got frequent flyer miles on that, and you can still live here to be here to tell it, you stronger than many, like 100 men put together. Just because the fact is, you have overcome a lot of things people have maybe died from, or they probably are a vegetable, or they straight the one that flew out the cuckoo's nest, something like that. So allow yourself to see every testament of tragedies, whatever you want to call it, trials and tribulations. See that as a blessing, that obstacle as a blessing of new opportunities in your life. Because whatever you trying to break free from, don't run from it, don't avoid it. You look it straight in its eyes, like, oh, you ain't gonna have me all day, or you're not gonna have me all year, or you're not gonna have me for long, because you're allowing yourself to overcome. Don't allow yourself to get pressed to the point where you stop doing what you need to do because you're mad. That'll be the main time you take all the energy you got and keep it pushing. Allow yourself to keep focused because you already know what you're trying to bring into your life. You already know what you're trying to manifest. And allow yourself to be appreciative of whoever that is or whatever that situation is, because it allowed you to push yourself to grow. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content of that video. Much love to y'all. If you're new to this channel, welcome. It's so good to have you. I would love to say, give a post notification shout out to Keon William Lewis. I'm sorry. Mac 2, Psycho and Say, and Tina Marie and Kimberly Graham. Much love to you. If you're new, welcome. It's good to have you. Like and subscribe. Drop a line. I would love the chance to hear from you. Share, tell somebody about the channel. If you need to get in touch with me, if there's a lot of, like I said, all my videos, there's a lot of people that want to go ahead and connect with me on that and want to have a deeper understanding, but they're not wanting to share their business out here, which I totally understand. I always tell people, hey, DM me. It's all about never understanding about your soul purpose. Know you are highly favored and forever loved, and knowing there's always somebody out there praying for your better days. And I pray that everything that you're trying to manifest into your life comes 100 million times more of what you asked for, prayed for, even expected, and the same as when you're receiving it. Even through social distancing, make sure you give out love, light, positivity, prosperity, words, vibes, frequency. You never know. All those things really take somebody a long way. And if you're going through some trials right now, allow that to be your stepping stone to reach whatever goals or whatever things you're trying to manifest into your life. You don't give your key of happiness to something that you weren't meant to stay in. Your current situation is never your final destination. And when everything is said and done, you're going to appreciate those struggles because it got you to go a lot harder for yourself. Much love to you. Peace. Be wild.